Well, basically I'm coming here because I'm responsible for heritage tourism industries, and what I've been coming to see is a Conservative local council delivering on its manifesto promises. Heritage is incredibly important, not just because of why it matters to all of us, but in terms of the tourism industry, in terms of regenerating Chester's town centre. And the previous Labour Lib Dem administration have been letting the walls go to ruin. This is Chester's biggest asset. It's actually one of the country's biggest assets, and I wanted to see for myself just what a good Conservative council has been doing to try and make the start in restoring the walls to the glory they need to be.
And have they made a good start?
They've made a very, very impressive start. I mean, they're pledging £160,000 for 3 years, which is a huge amount of money, and they're going to use that investment to leverage other investment by other people. And I think this is really a beacon of how councils should be looking after their heritage.
Now, if the Conservatives win the next general election, this will be your department, your area of responsibility. How big's your chequebook for Chester?
Well, we want to do a lot for heritage throughout the country, and the way we'll do that is by restoring the National Lottery to its original 4 pillars. What's happened under Labour is that they have raided the lottery. Billions of pounds have been siphoned out of the National Lottery, which was set up by the last Conservative government. Heritage is one of the crucial 4 pillars. We will restore it to its independence. That will mean huge more money going into heritage throughout the country, and I hope that will help Chester as well.
Okay, nationally, just want to touch on 1 or 2 other issues if I could. The post offices, there was a vote in Parliament last week. Were you saddened that not enough Labour MPs rebelled?
I was extremely disappointed about that. I mean, the fact is, Labour MPs can't have it both ways. They can't tell their local constituents they're against post offices closing in their own constituency and then vote with the government that wants to close 2,500 post offices. Of course, the post office network has to change and adapt with the times, but what we want is a moratorium on post office closures until we can actually see what the effect is on local communities.
It's hypocritical, isn't it, to stand on a picket line one day and vote for it the next?
Yes, and it's not just Labour MPs, it's government ministers, it's cabinet ministers. I believe John Hutton has even got some post offices in his own constituency that are faced with closure, and he's been making sympathetic noises towards them. We can't have this hypocrisy in politics. That's one of the reasons people are getting so cynical about politicians in general.
Not just, of course, John Hutton, but Chester's own Labour MP did the same. Finally, turning to the budget, what was your view of the budget? Labour said it was a budget for family, a budget for hard workers.
I thought this was a do-nothing budget. We have got a world that is changing very fast. We've got huge instability in the financial markets. Labour didn't fix the roof while the sun was shining. They spent huge amounts of money when times were good, and the result is the country isn't prepared when times are bad. And I think the budget was a huge disappointment to people throughout the country who were looking for some real decisive leadership. As it is, we've got to limp on, and I'm afraid as far as the British economy is concerned, fear the worst.